they recently did an article on him having a haunted guitar.
What? The Houston Riots of 1917. It's well documented. There's newspaper clippings. There's pictures of all these men standing trial. Something that I had never heard of. Daniel, the Santa burglar has been caught.
The Santa burglar?
Yeah. What city do you think this happened in Texas?
Oh, man. So it's got to be, what, Houston?
Houston! There it is.
I can't think of anywhere else.
Well, howdy, y'all. It's Chet here. You're listening to the Daytripper podcast. Thanks for tuning back in with us. As always, it's the new month, and that means a new podcast. I'm here. Daniel's here.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
And we were just talking, evidently we have some ghosts in the studio because no one's touched these cameras, and yet they move around.
All the time.
Do.
This really happens all the time. I'm always like, who's doing that?
And it's not just like drift on the tripod head.
No, it's like... Well, it's even like zooming in and out.
Whoa, okay.
So you got to do some real manual adjusting. It's not like you can see it's like, it just kind of dipped or something.
I just got the chills.
I think it's children.
If you've ever...
I think it's ghost children.
That's even freakier, dude. Why do you
I don't know.
Why?
It's like, because I come in here and I hear little children laughing in my head. Like, just, you don't hear that? You don't hear the children laughing?
I don't hear children laughing.
Yeah, maybe that's just, I hear it all day long. Maybe that's just what it is.
This isn't the Halloween podcast, man. This is just August. Wait, do you really get that sense?
You don't get a sense that there's like children laughing?
I don't.
You don't hear it?
Not really.
People laughing at you?
Come and play, Daniel.
Every time I come in here, I hear people laughing at me.
Oh, this podcast got freaky real fast. Okay, guys, it is August. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. It's summertime. It's not only summertime, it's the hottest part of summer. Ooh. And I think Daniel and I think we just had the hottest shoot we've ever had.
Was 105, felt like 125. Or was it 106? It was somewhere. Who cares what it was?
Yeah.
It felt like 125. So I say it's 125.
Well, it might as well be. I mean, it was like a blow dryer was on your face at all times.
It's like you jumped in a convection
oven. And we weren't like in Laredo. We were in Garland.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. Like, or you think like, oh, I was in El Paso. That's okay. But like,
there was no excuse for this.
Humid cooker. Hotter than a toasted cheeser, man.
It's hotter than a toasted cheeser. I can't do it anymore.
But okay, so we did film Garland just to give you all a little update on what we've been doing. We're trying to get the Daytripper pattern down to one shoot a month. Now, the math doesn't totally work out, but it gives us time off the road to edit and to do all the things like record the podcast. And so this last month, July, was Garland.
Yeah.
Cowboy hat capital of Texas.
Hey.
You see Daniel's brand new open road cowboy hat.
I like it.
He's been hashtag influenced.
I've been influenced.
Yeah.
You know what? Like sometimes you pick up a hat. It doesn't matter what kind of hat it is. You pick it up, you put it on, and the second it goes on, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a perfect fit. And then when you feel that feeling, it's just kind of like, we belong together.
Yeah.
This hat just feels like it's an extension of myself.
Good. That's how a good hat should feel. That's how, and like, I was eyeing that hat, and I was like, but I've already got that hat, I think.
You've got quite a few.
And so,
we got it at the outlet. So go ahead.
Well, you can tell me. We went to the Resistol factory, so every Resistol hat, every Stetson hat, and then every Charlie One Horse hat is made in Garland.
Hatco?
Hatco's the parent company. It's like, I don't know, with so much stuff like that nowadays, I think you pick it up and you assume this isn't made here.
Sure.
Like everything, whatever it is, a glass bottle.
There's too much that isn't made here.
There's just too much. But
easy assumption.
When you learn, like, everything is made here, it just makes it that much more special. I bought a Resistol hat, or actually they gifted me a Resistol hat that's for their 100th anniversary. He said 20 people have touched that hat. 20 different insane. Texan hands.
Before yours.
That's 40 hands. 20, because each person has 2 hands.
Yes.
In theory. If they're working at a factory.
Well, some of them could have one hand.
Maybe one hand. That'd be really impressive.
Caught in the machines back
but
there.
Like, you just assume that it's, I don't know. It was super cool. That was the highlight of that shoot for me, is walking through that factory. 100-year-old machines making hats.
Beaver fur flying in the air.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff getting cut off and sewn, and
That's right.
Just so many. The machines were like 100 years old.
It was awesome, dude.
It was really
awesome.
neat.
Resistol celebrates its 100th anniversary. I think Stetson's already past 100.
Yeah.
But anyway, super, super cool. Like, it was everything you hoped it would be. He said something. So we talked to the owner of Resistol, Dustin, and he said, I was like, a lot of people say I can't wear a cowboy hat. And he goes, I get it, but you can. And he said, it's all in your mind. I liked what he said. He said, people who aren't used to seeing themselves in a cowboy hat, the first time they put it on and they look in a mirror, it feels like they're looking at a picture of someone else.
Yeah.
And that doesn't sit well with them. But it's not outside people's perceptions. It's all in their head.
Sure.
That's not me.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke, who's part of our crew, he's adamant I cannot wear a cowboy hat. But from my perspective, he looks great in a cowboy hat.
Yeah, he put it on. I was like, dude.
That, dude, fits like a glove.
I will say he picked a more formal hat.
He picked a suit hat.
And
the church hat.
But yeah, I mean, you got to know your seasons. There's etiquette. There's rules.
True.
And plus, like, you don't want to wear a dark felt in the middle of summer. It's just hot.
Oh, yeah.
You want something a little lighter, straw.
But do you agree with what he said? Like, it's all in your head? Because,
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen you wear an open road. I've seen you wear fedoras. I think it looks great, but do you look in the mirror and go, oh, new look? Or, I don't know.
I guess the thing is, I've never really worn a lighter color. This is straw.
Yeah, you're usually the man in black, Johnny Cash.
I'm the man in black.
Here.
But I don't mind it.
You look good.
And plus it's light. Thank you.
Yeah,
it just feels like a lighter material.
Totally.
And
that's why straw was made for summer, baby.
I like it. And also you got to have a mindset of like, I really don't care what people think.
Yeah.
And I don't. if I look better in a normal hat, well,
no,
so be it. Whatever.
So what? So we've got, let's see, this month we've got another shoot coming up. I won't share anything on that. That one's up in the air right now.
Ooh,
I won't get into it. But hey, one cool thing happening in August that I want everyone to know about is the Daytripper is taking over the Karbach Brewery in Houston. And so I've gone down there. I've designed a pizza, a burger, and a beer that are all going to be rolled out this month at Karbach in Houston. So people know Karbach, yes, they're a brewery. They make great beer, but their restaurant and their pizza joint on site are phenomenal. And so I was working down there with those guys on like, okay, what's a Daytripper pizza? What is that? I mean, obviously, like it could just be the meat pizza, but every restaurant already has the meat pizza.
Sure.
I was like, where do you go with? And then I wanted the burger to be somewhat different than the pizza. And so I was like, okay, burger first. And I like, okay, a bacon burger, a barbecue burger. But again, people have done this.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want a burger that tastes like a Tex-Mex combo platter.
Ooh.
And so what we did is we got enchilada seasoning, rolled it into the meat. Okay?
Okay.
So it's already kind of got a different flavor profile.
Enchilada burger patty.
So it's like got that real good like enchilada sauce.
So the burger feels Tex-Mex.
Yes,
already.
feels Tex-Mex. I was like, do we put a cheese enchilada on top of the burger? No, let's put it in the burger. So we made a Juicy Lucy with the cheese enchilada cheese in the thing.
Okay.
So you cut it up. It's like an enchilada, but instead of a tortilla, it's got a meat tortilla.
Wow. Okay.
Then let's see what else. Pico de gallo, flaming hot Cheetos, and then an enchilada mayo, which should be a thing already. It's amazing.
Enchilada mayo.
Go eat this burger.
Okay.
I think we ended up calling it the Chet-Mex burger. Or
Okay.
the Chet-Mex enchilada burger.
I mean, I want to try.
It's awesome. And then in the pizza world, I was like, okay, people put brisket on pizza. Let's do brisket, sausage, and ribs on a pizza. So it's the Texas Trinity pizza. And then the beer is, Czech Pils is a very popular style. And if anybody's never had a Czech Pilsner, they had never made a Czech Pilsner. I was like, all right, well, it's the Tripper Pilsner. So, yeah, it's a traditional Czech Pilsner because, like, you know, Texas and the Czechs, we got a long history.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm not Czech, but I've got a name that sounds exactly like Czech. Check that off of your beer list. So
I love it that people that know you well enough know whatever we make for Chet, it needs to be extra.
It's
like it's not like, hey, let's simplify it.
No,
let's only put one or two. It's like, no, it needs to be over the top.
Like, well, that was the fun part of this. Like, I mean, what are you like? You got to come up with something new, and then like out in the world nowadays, like what have you not seen already? You know?
If I hadn't seen it, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like in Garland, we found New Haven style pizza.
Yeah.
I didn't know my life was missing New Haven style pizza, but now I know. It's like,
Now
that's a thing. So there's a specific kind of pizza from Connecticut, and the guys who own this restaurant, Fortunate Son, shout out to them. They were great. They decided to bring New Haven style pizza to Texas. Like, hey, this is something new. So when I was approaching the menu at Carbach, I was like, I got to do something new.
Yeah.
And like, what hasn't been done? There's nothing new under the sun. So the Bible says. So it's like, how are you pulling out anything new?
Oh my
We're
gosh.
trying. So anyway, go to Carbach. I'm going to be down there sometime in August. Maybe we'll run into each other to go and try all this stuff. All right. So, hey, we're way into the podcast, but let's thank our sponsor, Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick. As y'all know, they're our dealership. We ride Don Hewlett's all over Texas. And this month, they have some fat discounts on Silverados. So if you've ever been in the market for a Chevrolet Silverado, you can get one like the Daytripper, jack it up, put some 35, 17-inch wheels, side steps. They can do all that stuff for you.
Tell you what.
Yeah, see it? Yeehaw! But if you just are looking for a great truck, go and check out the Silverados. Literally, they got, I don't know. I don't want to lie to y'all and tell y'all what the discounts are, but they're really fat. Let's see. So go to donhewlett.com. Schedule a test drive, show up, take a test drive, and see why my dealership can be your dealership too. All right, let's jump ahead. Meanwhile in Texas, Daniel, all the crazy stuff happening in the Lone Star State. What'd you find?
Oh, we're already jumping into stories here.
We're jumping into stories. Did I skip a section?
I feel like
I don't know.
Well,
it's not in the
it was
script.
kind of like, well, if normally we say like, what have you been up to? Well, I don't know. What have you been up to?
That's the section we quit.
Okay, but I guess we
Daniel,
kind of talked a little
What have you
bit
been up
about
to besides eating New Haven pizza and getting a cool hat?
Nothing. Let's go to the store.
Yeah. I mean, we're filling people in here.
No, I mean, we're kind of getting into that season, you know, where we're like all hands on deck trying to get edits done for all these new episodes.
Ooh.
But it is crazy, like going to Garland just recently, stepping away from a computer again, because I've been like,
Oh yeah,
all focused on the computer. That I will say that was just fun. That was fun getting to do all these things. And other than that, though, man, it's just been a hot summer and trying to balance family life with work and you got the heat and everything going on. But yeah, man, and then now school around the corner.
So your oldest is working.
My oldest is working. So all summer she's been working.
Your
the
middle one's not.
She's not, but I know she wants the money.
Oh yeah.
So it's like she's kind of thinking like I need to probably start if I want some extra money, because I mean I'm one of those parents. It's like I'm not just gonna give you money.
Oh yeah.
You know,
no
like
way.
I don't want them to think that the world revolves around just like, oh, you get money for existing.
Sure.
It's like, no, you work for it.
Yeah.
You know, and chores. You know, there's certain chores where it's like, no, you need to do chores regardless. Chores at home doesn't mean you get paid. It's like, you get paid because I'm choosing to pay you
For something beyond the normal stuff,
something
right?
beyond it. Yeah, there's plates and dishes, you know, in the sink. They need to get cleaned.
Yeah,
I don't get paid to do it.
Yeah. Ain't nobody getting paid for that. Yeah, I'm with you.
But anyways, yeah. So like they don't just get money. So they work for their money.
Cool.
And
Fielding, my oldest, was like, he hasn't had a job because between sports and
he's had
stuff,
a lot
church,
going
all
on.
those things, he stays super busy. He's like, where would you put a job? But he has this one little window. He finally got a job at Camp Brightside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is he a counselor?
He
Is that what it?
No, Camp Brightside's a restaurant.
Oh,
Oh,
no, I'm
funny.
thinking of something completely
He did
different.
go to Pine Cove this summer, but
Oh my
no,
gosh.
Camp Brightside.
That is the restaurant.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's made to feel like a sports camp. So they
I
probably
still haven't been there.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, it's great, man. They have a like a great outdoor section for kids to run around. They have a wiffle ball field.
Okay.
Like a diamond with a wall.
So
like,
it is supposed to feel.
it's supposed to feel
a
like camp. You go in, there's like canoes, all kinds of like camp counselor stuff, camp food. And it's a really fun vibe. But if anybody wants to go out there and see a guy with a adult mustache walking around, You can see my son. But he finally got a job, and it's been, we haven't gone to heckle him just yet, but we're going to.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're going
That's
to.
pretty awesome. So if anybody wants to see Benson Boone serve them food.
He does look like Benson Boone, man.
It's so crazy. And, dude, it's so weird because, like, you know how you have photos that pop up on, like, Google, and it's like, hey, you remember this? Some of mine recently from 2015 or 2016, whenever I first started really working with the Daytripper, have been popping up. It's like, hey, it's been 10 years.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's like there was one that was fielding. It didn't know it was fielding. It's like, here's a baby.
Yeah.
Or here's a young child.
7 years old 10 years ago,
yeah.
man. Brooklyn was too.
Well, when y'all first met, yeah, she was like 6 or something. Wow. And so those are all the photos that have been popping up. And I'm like, our kids are just growing as we're doing this show.
About to go into senior year, man.
Dude,
I can't
both of our oldest.
They'll go back to school.
Yep.
First day of school, in theory.
First day. First
Laura's
day.
going to be a wreck.
She is, isn't she? I hadn't had time enough to think about that, but now that you're saying it, Jordan is... How cruel of me if I say, you realize this is
don't say it.
Day.
Don't let that lie, dude. Let that lie.
It might be
come
worse
up on its own.
If I don't say it though, she's gonna be like, I didn't even have time to take it in because I didn't think about it. Why didn't you tell me? Yeah. It's like either way, I'm screwed.
Oh yeah. That's coming up.
Oh
man.
Gosh.
With like, not to get too far into parenting, but like, there's a point they have to launch, right? And you're preparing them their whole life to launch. Because they're not going to be under your wing forever. And, just more preparation. But even after that, like, you never stop parenting until you die.
Sure.
Yeah, right? So.
Yeah.
We're with you, man. School's starting up. We're not allowed to say that in our family. The S word. We just call it the S word.
Oh.
So until it starts, we can't say it. We don't say the S word.
Don't say the S word.
Don't say the S word. Your wife works for the ISD, so it's a little different.
She does. I will say what's funny, though, is we were walking through, I think, Target the other day, and my youngest Quinn, she was walking past, and she saw, like, school supplies, and she did this. Like, as she was walking, she covered her eyes off to the side. I
believe
and she goes,
man.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
She kept repeating it.
It depressed me so much. We would get our school supplies at Walmart in Southeast Texas when they started putting that up.
Yeah, it's like, here's your list.
Viscerally mad when they would start to put stuff up. Yeah.
It's so different when you're an adult because you're just like, I wish that I had a summer off. It's like,
hey.
You're complaining that you're going back. You had a summer. You did nothing. You sat on your butt and ate all of our food. We have nothing in the house.
That's all you did. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't get as mad anymore. All right, so let's jump ahead. Meanwhile, in Texas.
All right, so do you know Shaky Graves?
Oh, yeah, of course. Austin musician.
Yes.
Kind of a stomp rock kind of sound, sort of.
Yeah.
Folk Americana.
Kind of edgy with the acoustic and that kind of stuff. I've never been a huge follower of his music. I've always known it.
Okay.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
But I like his sound.
He got a great sound.
Cool sound. I could sit and listen to his
music. We might have used it a first couple seasons of the Daytripper.
I feel like we might have.
Yeah.
I feel like earlier seasons, there's probably a song in there, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So anyways, news to me, but not news to everyone. If you're a huge fan, you probably already know this, but I read Texas Monthly. I get a lot of stuff from them.
Yeah.
And so they recently did an article on him having a haunted guitar.
What?
And
we have a haunted studio. He's got a haunted guitar.
So maybe that's where all the studio talk's coming from. Is this I don't know.
Every good creative's got a couple ghosts hiding around, hanging around.
So he does songs like Tomorrow and Late July, Roll the Bones. Have you heard Roll the Bones?
Yeah, Roll the Bones is a good one.
Well, apparently Roll the Bones is actually inspired with this haunted guitar.
Okay, you're going to have to back up a little bit. So he obviously didn't go to the guitar shop and buy this guitar.
He didn't. So this guitar that he had, I didn't even write it down, but it was a 1933, early 30s Gibson.
Whoa.
Early model. And so this guitar was gifted to him while he and a friend were...
Don't play it after midnight.
Let's say that they weren't low. They were quite the opposite.
Okay. All right. Okay. Like this shaman walks out of the desert with this guitar while they're out on a peyote trip.
There is they had mushrooms and I don't know what all was involved.
Yeah.
Like it goes deep. You can get into that on your own.
Okay.
But anyways, this friend is like somewhere in the clouds and hears something tell him, yeah, maybe I should give him this guitar.
What?
So this friend had a guitar, and apparently this guitar was owned by a World War II veteran.
Okay.
Let's see, what was his name? I can't remember the guy's name. I didn't get the whole article on here. So anyways, this World War II veteran owned the guitar. There's a lot of backstory with it about how the whole thing was it was haunted for some reason. So
even from the beginning. It's
from the beginning, like just kind of strange. Curse. So friend gave him the guitar. Here is what it said, and I'll quote this. It said, supposedly haunted by its original owner, World War II veteran named Jay Manley. Upon trying to play it, he realized it wouldn't tune.
Okay.
Which is an older guitar. Yeah. Okay. And so he resolved to do whatever it wanted to do. And he found his hands, quote, flying around its neck.
Oh, so he sort of like went into a trance state.
Idle hands do the devil's work.
Oh, that's right.
So anyways, I will say this though. A lot of times I picked up guitars. Like we actually got to go to a really cool guitar store in Garland.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know they had this acoustic room until you open the door and I'm like, oh my gosh.
We were about to walk out.
Yeah, so like I pick up, an old Martin, like a pre-war Martin.
Pre-war Martin from the 30s. Yeah, that's a big deal.
So crazy. Just all these sitting down, just getting.
What was the price on that one? I can't remember.
I didn't even see
Was it
price.
20 or 30? It was something like that.
It was enough to where I didn't see a price.
That's 20
but
or 30,
I know what they go. I know what they go for.
Yeah.
But yeah, you pick it up and you're just kind of playing with it. You're like, oh, it has a sound. And so
I
feel like there are certain vibes that like certain instruments have, and it is almost like as you fiddle with it and you mess around, you're like, it wants to make a certain sound. If that makes any sense. So there's a part of his story, he's calling it haunted. I think there's a bigger aspect of it where it's just like, it can't tune correctly. It has a certain feel and vibe. But the cool thing is, like, as he starts to play it, he's like, it can't do these things I want it to do, so I'm just gonna do what it wants to do.
I kind of like that.
That is kind of cool when you look at it from that aspect. But the weird thing is, if you listen to the song "Roll the Bones," you're starting to go, "Well, it wanted you to do some dark things, man."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A little strange. So, like, the crazy thing is, you listen to that song, it is strange, but that song kind of launched a lot of his career, and especially the vibe that he has, like. He attributes a lot of his sound to that guitar, which he called haunted.
Well,
gifted to him by a friend.
Gifted by
said it was haunted.
friend.
It actually came with like the backstory and pictures and all this stuff about this World War II veteran.
And that the universe, whatever, the demons in the air told the guy, like, I'm gifting you my. He didn't intend to do it until it just happened.
Very
and then he gifts the guitar, and then it's kind of got this spirit. And you know what, Shaky Graves. Yeah, he sort of has that sort of stomp vibe that the famous Robert Johnson
this is
right?
what I was thinking.
And Robert Johnson is the guitarist that, allegedly sold his soul to the devil for all of his skills.
Yeah, the whole story, like the devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah, it's like the devil wants your soul, and he'll give you He'll gift you with, unhuman talent.
Yeah,
yeah,
very strange, very strange. So again, like not a brand new story, but it was something that I read and I was like, I had never heard that. I just hadn't heard it about Shaky. So
haunted guitars.
Very crazy.
You sent me a link. I want to play this. This is him playing the guitar, right?
So I don't think that that's the exact guitar. So what ended up happening was that guitar, eventually it broke, like full on, the headstock just snapped off. And so it was almost like, you're done with this sound.
Whoa!
So like it broke at some point, because it was 1933, I think. It was an old 30s guitar, Gibson, and once it broke, it was kind of like, this is done.
Okay.
And so he did have it repaired, but I think it's just in his collection. It's not a huge part of it. He doesn't play it all the time.
Okay.
But this guitar was kind of assembled to look a little bit like it,
and it gives you an idea of what Shaky Graves' sound is if you're not familiar.
Of course, this one is electric. The other one was acoustic.
Yeah.
But did look very similar to this one.
He's playing a kick drum, for those who are listening. This is a clip from his taping at Austin City Limits. So Shaky Graves is he's a very well-known musician if you've never heard of him. Like, enough to get an ACL taping. He's not just some guy who, plays at the corner bar. I love it. I love his sound.
That
I really do.
sound is so cool.
Oh, dude. There's nothing like an ACL taping. If you've never been to an ACL taping, they're hard to get tickets to, but make the effort to go to one. And it doesn't matter who you see, because they're like, it's such an intimate setting. And the artists, a lot of them, I guarantee you Shaky did, like, appreciate the venue, the history of the venue, the longest running TV, longest running music show on television.
Yeah.
And people have a lot of reverence for it, which is awesome. All right, cool. Very cool.
It's got such a unique vibe. And,
Yeah.
and this one's that song, really cool song, really also dark, but definitely a more upbeat sound. That Roll the Bones, man. It's that he first inspired his sound from that guitar.
Okay.
It's kind of like if you just had a broken guitar that had a few strings that worked, and you just were rolling with it, just like
we're playing it. We're playing it.
What
I
it
can do this.
Oh,
Roll the Bones. Is he playing the guitar in the music video? This is him. This is him doing it live.
I'm not sure
somewhere.
if he's playing it in.
Let's see.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not this one. There's another one. It's got like
I think he's playing that same guitar. It's that Gibson with the taped up holes. He can be a one-man band, dude. Just
that is crazy. He plays. He does the kick to a tambourine.
yeah.
You hear those little minors that are just like,
Yeah, like, tune your guitar, dude. He's like, it doesn't want to be tuned.
it doesn't want.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Well,
That's cool. Haunted guitars in
haunted
Texas,
guitars.
man.
What can you say?
I wonder if, like, when it broke, whatever, I'm just being silly here, but like whatever spirit was in there left it, and you can't repair it. Like, it's done,
Yeah.
right? It's
like
done.
it was
like
repaired enough to
like
look
the
at.
Omen, like like in a Aladdin movie, you break the genie's lamp or something, the genie goes away. I don't know.
Or like Harry Potter, it's the Horcrux.
Yeah, the Horcrux.
The Horcrux.
It's
You
done.
gotta
It's broken.
you gotta break it.
It's done.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Surely it's something like this. All right, here's what I found. Daniel, the Santa burglar has been caught.
The Santa
Yeah,
burglar.
I know you were staying up late at night wondering if he'd ever be caught.
Okay.
I don't know. But this was probably just his first job that didn't go well.
no. Okay.
This is a story I found. He wasn't a very successful burglar at all.
Well, if he's been
needless to
caught,
say.
I guess.
And then I'll ask you, like, what city do you think this happened in Texas?
Oh man. So it's got to be what, Houston?
Houston.
I mean,
there it is.
I can't think of
It's
anywhere
always
else.
Houston. Houston man tries to rob a house going down the chimney, and it didn't work out very well. So it happened
can't
this
go down
spring.
the chimney.
No, you can't. You can't. A family wakes up in the middle of the night, 1 a.m. Weird sounds coming from the chimney. Who is it? I don't know. Like maybe it's a raccoon. Like, I hear some things banging around, and then the husband goes out, and sure enough, like, he's like, "What? That's not a raccoon. That person is speaking Spanish." Very, very frantically and aggressively freaking out behind the wall of my chimney. So they call the authorities. They realize there is a person in the chimney. And so they have to pull off the stone facade for the fireplace. And then sure enough, boom, there he is. A 33-year-old Hispanic man staring back at him who had come down the chimney. Now, he says he wasn't intending to rob the house. He was trying to run from someone. And it didn't go
sure.
well. But he had removed the chimney guard, gone down the chimney, and then just got stuck. Wasn't able to Santa Claus his way out into
What
the house.
in the world?
Who would think that was like possible? Santa's magic, man. He's got a magic power.
Everybody knows only Santa can
Only
go
Santa
down a
can
chimney.
do this. So,
Wow.
Needless to say, he definitely got arrested, and all he got for Christmas was some burglary charges.
Clearly.
Clearly.
A late Christmas at that.
Very lame Christmas.
Well, Christmas in July.
So it's like, that's just typical Houston. Santa burglar caught in a chimney. Thank you, Houston, for the amazing stories you give us.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. All right, that's the one I found. Now, let's jump ahead for this month in Texas history, which ironically is another Houston story, even though that wasn't planned. But this is a story that surprised me because I was looking for prominent things that happened in Texas history in the month of August, and this one came up. Something that I had never heard of, and so maybe you've never heard of it either. Let me share it with you. So let's go back to August of 1917.
Ooh, long time ago.
A long time ago. The United States has just declared war on Germany near the end of World War I.
Yes.
So the latter half of World War I. Now, because the Houston Ship Channel is now built, the Army orders 2 bases be built in Houston, one of which is Fort Logan. Now, Fort Logan no longer exists today, but if you're familiar with Houston, it's over west by Memorial Park.
Okay.
So west of downtown by the big, giant Memorial Park used to be a Camp Logan, obviously, before the park was there. So they've got to construct this Army base, and in order to do that, they send a battalion of black soldiers to guard the construction site. Now, 1917, this is the height of the Jim Crow South. So separation, racism everywhere. Blacks are treated very much like secondhand citizens. Now, a lot of this black battalion wasn't from the South. They didn't really understand the Jim Crow South. Some of them were from the South, and they kind of knew the lay of the land, but they thought maybe because we're in uniform, we'll be treated differently. We're now serving our country, and that didn't hold to be true. So many of these blacks were given, but they were allowed off base, so they go out into the town and are shocked at the way the city employees, like streetcar drivers, the police, and just all the people in the Houston area are treating them like secondhand citizens. This was the time. It was a terrible time of racism in our country. I mean, separate but equal is an absolute myth, right? You can't have equality if you're separating things out. And so these black soldiers in uniform, a great deal of resentment starts to build up. They're being pushed to the back of the bus, even though they're in uniform. They're getting accosted and affronted by a lot of Houston Police Department. And Houston was very intent on treating them differently because they thought if they treated these black people in uniform with respect, that the other citizens would see that, and then suddenly they would want equal treatment. And so it was very much a way of keeping the status quo, an evil status quo for sure. But so resentment started to build, as you can imagine. These black soldiers are trying to keep the city safe. They're trying to serve their country, and yet they're being treated in a lot of ways like animals. They're getting covered up in racial slurs, especially from all the white laborers who were building Camp Logan. And then on August 23rd, 1917, it hits a boiling point. So this is the way it all unfolds. So near noon, 2 policemen arrest a black soldier for interfering with their arrest of a black woman. So soldiers try to step in, do the right thing. They see a woman being mistreated, and suddenly they're arrested as well because they're trying to stop police business, right?
Okay.
So a Corporal Baltimore, he's a black military police officer. He goes over to question these white officers. Why are you arresting these soldiers? Words are exchanged. They beat Baltimore over the head. He tries to run away, and they start shooting at him. And eventually get him out of a unoccupied house. They arrest him.
Wow.
He's a military police. He's trying to do his job. You would think, respect. We're both policemen, but the color divide was too big to overcome. Word reaches Camp Logan that one of their black military policemen has been shot and killed, even though that wasn't true. Some people believe he's been arrested and he's being held inappropriately. Other people believe he's dead, but they start, they're right. This is a pot that's boiling. The white officers at the camp see this happening. They go and try to take all the guns away from the black soldiers to try to stop a mob from occurring. And in the middle of that, some of the black soldiers yell, "There's a white mob coming to kill us all." So they suddenly go take all the guns, raid the munitions stockade, and over 100 of them mobilize and start marching down into downtown Houston to free the corporal that was being held arrested, or for revenge for his death, right? So you've got this mass chaos event. You have all of these black soldiers who are, rightfully very angry, but take to arms instead of, trusting the process, even though the whole process, obviously at that time, was stacked against them.
Sure.
But they think their only option now is to basically, it wasn't a march. Like when you hear march, you think 1968 Civil Rights March, like it's a peaceful march. These guys
they're armed and they're going
attack. It's essentially attack of the Fourth Ward by all these people. So they rush into downtown, and along the way, there's bullets firing everywhere. 15 white citizens are killed, including 4 police officers. So, this is a ground attack.
Wow.
12 others are wounded, some of which will eventually die, including an officer. In the chaos and the fighting, 4 black soldiers are killed. And then this happened on accident, but they killed one of the white army officers who was overseeing the battalion. They mistook him for a policeman, and they killed him. And I think at that point it was like, oh my gosh, this chaos has gotten out of control. We've killed one of our own. He was white. We're going to be punished. So they decide ultimately to sneak back into camp under the cover of night. The leader of the riot, a black man who had led the riot, shoots himself in his barracks. He just realizes what's coming, what they've just done and what's happening. The army steps in. Houston puts down a full curfew of the city. The army steps in and they get the battalion out of there. They try to take them to New Mexico, so they realize if they're stuck in Houston, the whole city's going to riot and come and kill everybody. So they take them out of Houston, and then eventually bring them to Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio to go through trial. So they stand trial, over 100 of them, facing court-martial for mutiny. 110 of them are found guilty. Now, this is during the war, so there's like harsh wartime sentencing. They're like, you are mutinying against the U.S. at a time of war, and 63 of them receive a life sentence, and 19 of them are sentenced to death by hanging, and they're ultimately hung.
Oh my gosh.
It's an absolutely tragic story. It just highlights the extremities of racism and the resentment that can build when you're treated unequally, and it's a horrible, horrible thing. The whole background, all of it. But I was surprised that something this momentous happened, and it's kind of been forgotten. Houston doesn't talk about it at all.
I've never heard this story.
I learned it as I was preparing for this podcast.
Wow.
The Houston riots of 1917. It's well documented. There's newspaper clippings. There's pictures of all these men standing trial. And these y'all have heard all the facts from us, obviously, like racism, horrible, horrible thing. These people felt like they had no choice but to take up arms and go and fight.
Yeah.
Ultimately, hopefully, I wish they had a more peaceful way to protest.
Yeah, but you also kind of understand it's like that their actions show just how far they felt the injustice was, and that no one's going to help us. We have to help ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's a feeling that, a lot of people today won't really know the way that they did, but especially being a white American, I will never know as well. That's intense though.
An intense,
crazy story.
thing. Just horrible the way everything worked out. 19 of them executed by hanging. That's a big number. And 63 spent the rest of their life in prison for what was a chaotic riot.
Yeah.
Crazy. This has the makings of a movie, a very tragic movie. But
I can't believe that that's just something that's not, that more people don't know about. Well, I will say this, we haven't heard about it. I'm sure that a lot of people will put in the comments here, that they knew this story.
Yeah.
Surely other people know it. But as much as we know about Houston and the different things around the state, this is just not something you typically learn about.
Not at all. So it's coming up on 100-year anniversary. We may talk about it next year. It's hard to think of who to memorialize other than just to learn the facts of the story, right? You can't You can't say that these guys were doing the right thing. They took up arms and went in and killed a bunch of people. The white army that was oppressing them certainly wasn't doing the right thing. But the fact is, we need to look back at the past and learn that when we have systems of inequality, people feel like they have no choice but to go to violence.
Absolutely.
And that's why we need to have a free society, free speech, open courts, all of the stuff, the process, trust the process.
Sure.
And hope that it, in the end, equality will win, right? Justice will win.
Absolutely.
Man. So there is if you want to go and trip, there is a memorial to these guys over by Houston, where Camp Logan used to be. Their graves are in a cemetery that's out by Memorial Park. So you can find all that information online. Go and look it up. All right. Let's leave the past behind. Jump over to the Texas Music Minute. So, Daniel, I'm willing to bet you've never heard of this band, but I know for certain you're going to hear of them very soon. So,
okay. You're probably right.
Okay. You ever heard of Dexter and the Moon Rocks?
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you were jamming them in your 5-disc changer this morning. Okay, look, Dexter and the Moon Rocks. Have you ever heard of the genre of music now called Yall-ternative?
Okay, I've not heard that either.
All right. So this is new. So
Yall-ternative.
And what's crazy is that Texas is leading the way in this genre.
Okay.
So we've got artists that are blending country music with rock alternative music.
Okay.
Treaty Oak Revival.
Okay.
Wetzel. And now Dexter and the Moon Rocks. Even though if you had me listen to this song, I wouldn't say it was country.
Wait, so you're saying Treaty Oak would be Yall-ternative?
Yall-ternative.
See, that I've never heard that term.
Yeah, Treaty Oak Revival. Because they're getting lumped in with country music, but if you listen to it, it's not country music. It's rock. It's rock music with a country accent.
Okay.
And so this is Dexter and the Moon Rocks. They've been around since 21. They're from Abilene. But in March of 26, they released a song called Freaking Out that is now 11 million views on YouTube, 138 million streams on Spotify. It came out number 1 on the Billboard Alternative Airplay chart, and it even, as a not pop music, reached the Billboard Hot 100.
Wow.
So and this was just in March. This is just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So these kids are it's like a rocket ship right now. They're probably not ready. They just got added to the ACL Fest lineup for this coming October. They describe their sound as Western space grunge. They were formed in Abilene in 2021. They've been working odd jobs as fry cooks, oil field operators, concrete decorators, baseball coach before pursuing music full time. So this is their song called "Freaking Out." I'm gonna see what you think of it, because the world loves it right now. Music video, broken bottle, dumpster.
Telling you, man, we need to get into the music video business. I could edit these.
Yeah.
We could do this.
Yeah, you can. Abandoned building, dumpster, some headlights.
The first time we're actually getting a good look at the singer.
Yeah, here he goes. Yeah. Wearing a hockey jersey from the Montana. Got something in my system. Sounds like alternative from the 90s, though.
I could hear that, whenever it was a little easier song.
Yeah. It gets a little heavier here for the chorus.
Got some distortion. Oh, yeah. Dude, you just don't hear the power chords like that.
No.
Like the grunge. I'm hearing Nirvana.
Totally. I mean, there's so many bands from the 90s that I'm thinking the Verve's pipe. It's very angsty too. You just don't hear the angsty music anymore.
If you really look at like the music history, that was such a blip. Like overall, having alternative music when we had it was just this one little time.
It was this one little time. We lived it, man. The glory days.
We were there. 101X Fest.
Yes. Yeah. But like my son, 17, he loves the rock music from the 90s, like in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And because they don't have anyone making this music, Dexter might be answering the call.
Maybe.
Let's see. This is their first mega hit.
I'm feeling it, man.
I'm feeling it. I tell you, like it takes me back to high school, dude. Rolling through town with this in the CD player.
I could hear it. I can hear it.
I'm excited. I'm excited about the possibility of getting rock music back.
It's been missing from my life.
It
just has. Like all of a sudden, I'm back there, and I'm like, man, I do miss that.
I do miss rock music. Like I want to go to 101X Fest again. I want to be the old guy because when we went, like there was always an old guy standing behind you.
Oh yeah.
Well, would be the old guy now.
He was gone. He had his own haunted guitar, you know?
That's true.
Or a reason to have one.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Oh, but yeah, seriously, that's cool. I like that.
I think, this isn't something that I pulled, from some random streaming website, right? Like this song has made an impression on the Hot 100, the Billboard charts.
Right.
Like the YouTube streams and the Spotify streams speak for themselves. So we'll see what this band does. Western Space Grunge might be the new Yall-ternative, y'all.
Did you ever think you'd say that in a sentence in your life?
No. Yeah.
Western Space Grunge is
making a comeback. Oh, this is so fun. All right, hey guys, we got something else that's coming up. It's going to be super cool. I want to eat pie with you. All right? Free pie.
Yes.
Okay. I am really thrilled to become a new partner with This Is Texas Water. It's a campaign to bring awareness to water in our state. Now, this is a thing that, like, if you've been paying attention, like we're either on drought or we're flooding or are we running out of water? Communities are without it. And like at the end of the day, 95% of Texans have no idea where their water even comes from. Everything you drink on the tap, or you drink in a Texas beer or a Coca-Cola that's bottled in Texas, this water came from somewhere, and we're just trying to bring awareness to it as this campaign develops. But, water is the key component to the perfect day, and Texas water, where it comes from, think of it like a pie chart, right? Where does your water come from? So much comes from an aquifer or a reservoir, and in order for us to all learn more, I'm going to get together and eat pie with y'all. All right, mark your calendar. Thursday, August 20th, 5 to 7 p.m., right here on the Georgetown Square, Lulu's Pie Shop. Come in. We're going to have free pie, and we're going to talk about Texas water.
You said free pie.
Free pie,
free
Daniel.
Pie.
Yeah. I'm buying the pie. You come, I buy the pie. We talk about how Texas water, the pie chart of where it all comes from, right? Learn a little bit about pie, eat some pie. We love pie. All good. And y'all stay tuned. We have a lot more details coming up, our social media. As this campaign unfolds, it's going to be really fun to talk about Texas water because it is so important. All right, moving ahead. Questions from the back seat. All right, this was a really one that threw me for a loop. It's not uncommon. I have someone reach out and say, have you been to X state park? Like, have you been to Misi State Park? And I'm like, okay. There's no Misi State Park. They must be thinking about some like county park or a lake.
Yeah, there's
or something.
A city park.
There's a city park, and and people who can't keep it straight. So this guy sounded like he knew what he was talking about. Comes from Charles Lewis Melker. Have you ever thought about visiting Davis Hill State Park in Liberty County? Liberty County is northeast of Houston. It's 40 miles outside of Houston. It's named after Davis Hill because there's a random 200-foot hill uplifted out of a very flat region of Texas. I've seen pictures. I think it would make a great story. I was like, there's no Davis Hill State Park. So I look on the internet. Sure enough, Davis Hill State Park comes up,
It is a state
you
park?
click on the link and it goes to something just called Davis Hill. I'm like, what? Was it ever a state park? Turns out, yes, it was.
Was?
But is now not.
How does that happen?
I know that. Okay, this is kind of fun. This was a fun thing. So it was bought in 1983 by the state.
Okay.
They named it Davis Hill State Park. However, they never put a dime into developing anything out there.
Okay.
So after a while and decades of it sitting like a state park that no one can visit, they decided to undesignate it.
Whoa.
So now it is just Davis Hill. But with all this new money in the state park system, it's going to become a state natural area soon-ish. All right? Soon-ish. Okay. So let's talk about what it is. So it's 1,700 acres in Liberty County. It's the coastal plains that come up from Houston, so very, very flat, and then it crashes into the Trinity River. So you've got the whole Trinity River there, all this coastal prairie, and then sure enough, a odd hill that goes up to 261 feet of elevation.
Whoa.
Just like this weird hill.
Right next to the river?
Not next to the river, like a little further, but close.
Is it like
close.
a sequesta?
Oh, we did learn about questions. Yeah, we did. Okay. So, but it's got extremely diverse plants, which if you know the big thicket, think like that. And it's one of the few places you can find the highly uncommon shadow witch orchid.
What?
The shadow witch orchid.
Orchid.
Orchid. That's what Shaky Grapes was smoking when he got the guitar. No, but for real, like I've never heard of a shadow witch orchid. I looked it up. It's pretty cool. But it was a state park, then not a state park, and then will become a new state park in 2034.
Why 2034?
That's just when the state park is going to start developing it.
Okay.
So it's coming. It's coming, folks. We have to make it to 2034.
How many more years?
I mean, yeah, we're 2026. I mean, that's a good 6 years. I think we should make it.
I think we're good.
I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. So, Charles, thanks for bringing this up. This was not on my radar at all. Okay. This comes from Lyndon Wong. Which Texas city has the best weather? It's a tough one.
How do you define best?
Exactly. Best weather. So I just asked the Google, and it said San Antonio, 300 days of sunshine. Like,
what if you don't want sunshine every day?
Yeah, right. And what if you don't want to? I mean, San Antonio gets hot.
It gets very hot.
You can't judge based on sunshine. And then I remembered that we went to Alpine a while back.
Alpine is pretty.
And so I'm going to put Alpine up there as the best weather in Texas. So it's 4,400 feet of elevation. So you're really high. I mean, you're almost a mile high of elevation.
Well, high for us.
High for us. Not really the rest. But, you know, that's pretty far up there. Like Denver, is about the same. The highs all summer long gets to the low 90s.
Okay.
See, there you go.
During the summer,
beautiful sun, highs in the low 90s. Most of the day, average temp sits in the 80s,
but
low 80s.
What about winter?
Winter gets cold, like 30s. But that's okay. And then in the night, you get that desert cool off to 65.
I love that.
You need the little windbreaker.
Yes.
So I'm going to say Alpine, Texas, best weather. Sunshine.
I like that better. Maybe it's because I'm from Texas. I want to swing in weather. If we're going to get hot, we got to cool down.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to be 90 in the day, 85 at night.
No.
You know, like, come on, man.
We
cool
like
us off.
Garland, it was right, we woke up at 7 and it was already in the 90s.
Yes.
And then it went up and just sweltered all day.
125.
Oh, it was so bad. Okay, so Alpine, Texas answers that question, Lyndon. This comes from Evan Morrison. Best chicken fried steak. Barbecue is so 2019, he says. Barbecue, schmarbecue.
I mean, actually, I will say, he says it's so 2019. It's so pre whatever price point we're at right now with brisket.
Oh, man. The nice brisket, if you go to the craft barbecue places, 37 is the highest I've seen. A pound.
It's insane.
That's so expensive.
So expensive. But so chicken fried steak, you're still getting a decent price on
Where's your faves? The people want to know.
I mean, I couldn't tell you off top. There's so many that I've tried.
Okay.
I will say any place that has a good jalapeno gravy.
Oh,
that's
now
kind
you're
of what I'm thinking.
Like
chicken fried steak by itself, I feel like it's a little hard to judge.
Yeah.
A lot of places do it really well.
Yeah.
I like more of a thick crust.
Okay.
I will say Mary's was great and strong, but it wasn't my favorite kind of chicken fried steak. I want a battered chicken fried steak, not
very
just a grilled
thin,
top.
very thin batter.
But I think you can ruin a great steak with the wrong gravy.
No doubt.
It has to be white.
No doubt.
Can't be brown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't make any sense, but I've seen brown before. I like a little kick of spice, so that's why I would say
you need heavy black pepper,
heavy black pepper,
and then the jalapeno is extra. So
it is extra.
I had this question here, so I had a chance to think about it. I've got 2 chicken fried steaks. They're very different, but the first one I'll say is because of the jalapeno gravy.
Okay,
Hayes City Store, outside of Kyle, Driftwood area.
Yes,
Hayes City Store, jalapeno gravy to die for, and then Mary's, very different, but it is so different. Good. I got to eat it this past month. I went back up there.
Oh wait, since we filmed?
Yeah. We went back up there to stay at a little safari tent for an anniversary. Paolo 32, shout out to them, like luxury, bougie, glamping.
Yeah.
Even calling it glamping is a stretch because it was so fancy. But it was right outside of Strawn in the new state park. So I brought Laura, my wife, who doesn't really like chicken fried steak. She's like, it's just not my thing. I said, just try.
We'll try this one.
Try this one.
Yes.
And she said best chicken fried steak she's ever had. But
I mean, I get it.
Yeah. But
if you don't like, it is different.
Different.
If you don't like the heavy batter, then I think you would like this one better.
Yes. And it's grilled in clarified butter. So like the butter flavor is like, brr, it's a lot of butter.
I will say this before we move on though. I think it's the gristmill in green.
Oh, gristmill needs to be shout out.
It's just a great one. And then also they've got those massive onion rings.
Oh, and, dude. I would put gristmill in the top 5. They're probably on the Mount Rushmore of chicken fried steaks.
They're in there. CFS. I like to call it CFS too.
Yeah.
It takes too long to say chicken fried steak.
It is a very long
So we've had this conversation many times.
Cubic feet per second.
Exactly. The amount of gravy
that you can run through your veins on a chicken fried steak. That's what makes a good chicken fried steak. Now, if they offer, hey, you want your gravy on the top or on the side, what do you say?
I want it underneath.
Whoa, what?
We learned that one. I can't remember the place that had it at the bottom. And afterwards, I was like, this is genius. Because the top isn't smothered, so it doesn't get too soggy as it sits. The bottom might a little bit, but still, it's like, I get to decide how much I want.
Yeah.
But you put it on the side, I'm going to want to dump it all over the top.
Right?
I guess you can cut it in pieces and dip it, but no. Just smother the plate in gravy, put it on top.
It's like a little kiddie pool of gravy, and then you slap your, Jake and Dorothy, Stephenville, they do that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I've only seen a handful of places that do it. And
yeah, it's good.
It looks different, but it works.
All right, let's go up. Fan rants and musings. Okay, this comes from Leon Hamison. This is a response to our last podcast. We were talking about Disney. And specifically Disney adults.
Oh boy.
He said, if Chet never met his wife, I would imagine him being a Disney adult, riding each ride 5 times, decked out, dressed as Mickey Mouse. Like, yeah, it might be valid. It might be valid. So, all right, thank you.
Oh gosh.
Okay, this came from Ryan 6500. It's like Andre 3000.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Semi-quincentennial.
Yes.
America 250. Your Coke is an America 250
it is.
bottle.
My tiny Coke. I feel like Andre the Giant over here.
Your hands look huge, man.
Want a peanut?
So, we didn't know what it meant.
It semi-quincentennial means 250.
It means 250, but how? Like, is it, because Roman numerals, like, and things like that, you've got to, they add or subtract.
Well, quin would be 5. So I'm going to get there. Hold on. Quincentennial is 500.
Correct.
So semi would be half of that.
Wow, Daniel, you're smarter than me. So
I mean, I kind of assumed that, but
I didn't know this. So semi-quincentennial means half of 500.
Yeah, well, that's what I
so
knew that's what it was.
It doesn't mean 250 years.
No, it means half of 500. Well, but the thing I didn't know that you asked me was, okay, what is it whenever it's 300 years? I guess it's tricentennial.
Yeah, there'd be a tricentennial.
No, you asked me something harder.
See,
I don't know what it was.
It's so weird when you add and when you subtract.
Yes.
So thank you, Ryan 6500 or Ryan 6500, however you say your name.
How do you
Semi
say that
means half,
with-
Quinn means 5, centennial means 100. So 500 minus half, 500 and half.
Half of 500.
Happy 500 and half birthday, America. Anyway, all right, moving on. David McCarroll says this is a good one. I just finished watching all of season 16. After each episode, I find myself smiling and hungry. Thanks for the great show and season.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, if y'all had missed any of the episodes, they're all on our YouTube channel. They're airing on PBS now all over the country. But we would love to know what you thought of season 16. So leave a comment. If you had a favorite episode, leave a comment. Tell us why. And remember, like and subscribe. Do all the things that helps our podcast grow. So anyway, that's it, man. So thank you to Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick, donhewlett.com. Thank you to This Is Texas Water. I hope to see y'all August 20th here in Georgetown and maybe in Houston for the Carbach Takeover. It's going to be a very good month. Y'all stay cool. Stay in some air conditioning out there. Thank you to Alex Fort, mixing it up, our producer. And Daniel, it's time.
All right, it's time.
Go
All right,
find
bye.
a haunted guitar,
Bye,
y'all.
y'all.
Bye, con Dios.